Conor McGregor, who has the featherweight interim title, will face Jose Aldo, the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. The only champion we've ever had at 145 pounds.
Who's done what I have done in the space I have done it? Nobody. It's like in the jungle. One king gets old. He starts getting sloppy, he starts stagnating. Then a young gorilla comes up and kills him and takes everything he owns. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk.
Qualquer que vir querer roubar qualquer coisa minha, eu nunca vou deixar.
When he wakes up and I raise his head for the Vegas crowd, he will know.
The biggest fight in the history of the UFC.
You can't be from where I'm from and not be able to defend yourself, so that was the original reason I got into it, not for titles, not for recognition, not for money. You know, it's not so much about wanting to fight, it's about I have to fight. It's always been like that. You know, I couldn't just not fight. If I don't fight, then I get walked on.
Yeah? All right, let's do this. You forgot the belt. You forgot your belt. You forgot your belt. You forgot your belt.
It's a mental sign. It's a mental sign. That's okay. It's a mental sign.
Awesome. Grab your belt.
Yeah, grab it now.
Face forward.
He hasn't want to hold that belt all trip. He wants it away from him.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, England. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
You haven't wanted to hold it. Translate that, please. Look, he hands it straight back. Take it away.
Thank you guys very much. We appreciate
Like I said before, and I've said many times, it's not the same when you sign to fight me. There's a whole other ball game. It's a completely different pressure bubble you're under.
What can they say now?
You know, there's always something. In the fight business, questions and options. I'm happy that there's both. The division needs me. I don't need the division.
Said if you want that lightweight title fight, if you go up, you could have it.
Sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it.
Dos Anjos will take on Conor McGregor, moving up from the 145-pound division. Never been done. Nope.
I chose this one because this man across from me has a title. Nothing else to offer me except that gold belt. I believe inside 1 minute I will dust him, I will exit the contest fresh.
I'm gonna make him bleed. No, he gonna pay for all the respect this guy has. I'll send this guy back home and I'm gonna keep my belt.
I'm in here doing whatever I want. One single individual in this company is on my level. Gods. I was in a two-weight world champion, held consecutively. A belt on one shoulder and a belt on the other shoulder.
Until Dos Anjos withdrew from the bout this morning with a foot injury. All right, Dana, the show will go on. So, who is McGregor going to fight?
A lot of guys wanted this fight, but we ended up with Nate Diaz.
That's a
kind of shit I'm talking about, man. We could do that shit tonight.
Big 155er.
That Stockton slap. There it is again. Boxing by Nate Diaz. Picking Cowboy apart early. Look at this.
I'm really gonna toy with the young boy.
Bring me my coffee.
Saturday night I will eat his carcass in front of his little gazelle friends, and they can do absolutely nothing.
I'm not from here, but I run here. I run New York. The Irish run New York. Call Floyd. Call Floyd, tell him I'm right here. See what he does. He ain't gonna do shit. He'll do fucking nothing. Shout out the Irish in New York. We built this city. We built this city with our bare fucking hands. And now we're back. Where's that bread? Where's my money? Floyd, where you at? Where you fucking at? I'm from a small place in Dublin, Ireland called Clonmel, where they throw grenades through your letterbox. They throw grenades through the letterbox of their mother's home and go running off laughing. That's where the fuck I come from. So we come over to this place and be treated by the people and show them love. $17.1 million gate at Madison Square Garden, the highest gate there was. It broke Lennox Lewis on the Holyfield record. Attendance 50, almost 16,000. Broke Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier's record. It's an honour to be a young Irishman from the middle of nowhere, to come over and be treated with love by all you people. I swear, I have nothing but respect for every single person in here that's grinding for what they deserve, that's putting in that work, going against all doubt, and going and getting what's theirs. Nothing but respect. Keep going, keep working. With hard work, with belief, anything is possible. I'm a two-weight world champion in the biggest organization in free fighting, period. There's no limitations where I come from. You can kick, you can knee, you can elbow. It's bare shin, bare bone. Floyd's not ready for this. And much respect to Floyd. He's a solid businessman. What he has been able to do, he is a fucking animal at what he has been able to do. But as far as real fighting, as far as true, pure, unarmed combat, Floyd don't want none of this. I say, he does not want none of this. Give him a ring and ask him. He wants it under boxing rules. He wants a boxing match. He doesn't want to fight. So I want to respect everyone in here. I love every one of you. Give Floyd a shout, tell him I'm coming. Tell him to run around Showtime offices. I want the 100 million cash to fight him on the boxing rules because he's afraid of a real fight. See what I do? I'm not gonna buddies no more. I'm gonna put it back to the DJ. Big respect everybody. Let's do it. It's only Tuesday. It's Tuesday alright in this motherfucker. It's Tuesday in my running around. I love everyone here. It's a ball. Tuesday. Hold up.
We talking about our money, let's go. Here we go. Cannon with Sean. We good? Here we that shit, right? Steve, you got some money, Steve? Oh, shit. Butch got some money, we good. You got some money here? Mr. Williams got some money in the fight.
You can't be from where I'm from and not be able to defend yourself. So that was the original reason I got into it, not for titles, not for recognition, not for money. You know, it's not so much about wanting to fight, it's about I have to fight. It's always been like that. You know, I couldn't just not fight. If I don't fight, then I get walked on.
What's up, Darren? Thank you.
When the $4 billion number came out, the man to the left of you said he was worth $4 billion. So I guess the question is, how much is Conor worth to the UFC, and then Conor, how much are you worth to the UFC?
$4.2 billion. $4.2 billion. That's what I'm worth to this company.
Conor, Eric Dane, MyMMAnews.com. Question for you. Coming off a couple big fights at 170, we know your history at 145, now 155. This move to lightweight. Tell us your thoughts on it.
I'm very happy with the 155-pound weight limit. I feel of all the divisions I've ran around and ran through, 155 I feel will be the one where I will take over the most. So I look forward to that.
Question for Conor. Conor, after your last few fights, I'm just wondering, is Mystic Mac back? And if so, what his prediction for the next fight is?
You know, I feel Eddie, I've nothing against...
Careful, be careful.
I've nothing against Edward. Oh what? Oh what?
Careful.
What you gonna do? Oh what? You gonna do something over there?
Be careful.
Shut your fucking mouth. I run New York. I run this whole shit. And Mystic Mac predicts I'm gonna KO you inside one round.
Go ahead, sir.
Question for you, Colin, for you, chosen one. Everybody from Michael Jackson to Muhammad Ali and everybody in between has had the chance to perform at Madison Square Garden. How much are you looking forward to that?
Listen, the Irish, we built this damn town. I'm saying serious. We built this city. Now we're back. Now we're coming to claim what's ours, so it's an honor to be here. Coming in here listening to all these fans. It truly is a dream come true. I cannot wait to perform for you. I'm gonna take out one of your own. I'm gonna cash your own money, but make no mistake, it's all love. The Irish love New York, and I'm honored to be here.
Question for Conor. Conor, a question for Conor. Can you give us an update on your leg? How serious was the injury, and was it possible that it was going to preclude you from fighting on this card?
Listen, that fight was five weeks ago. I came out of that fight fresher than I went in. Look at Nate's face. Nate will never look the same. I came out brand new, had a bruised foot. I agreed to this fight. 10 days ago I agreed to all of this. And then, I don't know what was going on. Something went on with that other side. But I was chilling here waiting for the call, and then the call came last minute. I jumped on a plane, and here we are. So I'm brand new.
And at the end of the press conference at 2:02, the final thing that you said was you had a feeling that shit was gonna hit the fan. Can you explain what you meant by that, and did it hit the fan, or did you weather that storm?
I just said it out straight. Beg me.
and they begged me. So that was all I wanted. That was all I asked.
A question for Eddie. How did you get this done? Because it seemed like just a few days ago they were targeting you and
He got it done by signing his last contract. He didn't even negotiate new money for himself. Imagine that. Look at everybody up here. They're all dressed like me. They're all trying to talk like me. They're all trying to be me. Everyone in the game wants this fight. This is the lottery fight. And this man took it on his last contract. Imagine that. Imagine getting the biggest fight in the history of the game and saying, shut your mouth, kid. You're getting paid what you got your last fight, and you're lucky you're even getting that. Yes, sir, and sign it. That's what happened.
You done yet? You done yet? Hey, I was okay with the money. I was gonna negotiate the money. The reason, because this guy's easy. It's easy money. Easy money. Easy.
And if I could, just one more. Conor, can you tell us what you're going to do with the titles? Dana said today that you will keep the featherweight belt up until this fight.
I'm going to wrap one on one shoulder, I'm going to wrap the other on the other shoulder, and you're going to need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
This is a question for Conor. My name's Josh Burnett from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. Quick question. When you prepared for Nate Diaz, it was a very specific camp. When you prepare for Eddie, will you have such a specific camp, or you go a bit more like you used to?
I've been whooping his style. I've been whooping that style a long, long time. He's a stocky, stuffed wrestler with an overhand. That's it. So I've been beating these guys up.
Tell him
before.
the truth. You ain't got a fucking shot. Tell him the truth. You ain't got a shot.
One round you're gonna.
You ain't got a shot. Your coach knows you ain't got a shot.
One round.
And anybody who knows anything about
fuck
fighting
you and your
knows
coach.
you ain't got a fucking
Fuck you
shot.
and your coach.
You ain't got a shot.
Conor, one more question.
You're here because you're the easiest dude in this division. That's why you're here.
Conor, one more question. What did you think
Take
about
them stupid ass glasses off.
Yeah, make me. Make me. Make me. Make me. Make me. Make me.
Make me. You took them off. You took them off. Thank you. You took them off.
Conor, last question. What did you think about Eddie's fight against Desonjes?
I thought it was very sloppy. The shot selection was very, very poor. He got blessed. He got blessed with a lucky shot. His UFC career has been horrendous. He's very, very lucky to be in the position he is in. He understands that. That's why he took this fight on the money he was on the last fight. I mean, that says it all.
And sorry to hog the microphone. Last question to Eddie. What were your genuine thoughts on the Diaz fight, Diaz-McGregor?
This guy got 8 minutes of fighting him. That's it. He quits after 8 minutes every fight. He's not a championship fighter. He's never been, and he's never ever fought anyone in the UFC like me ever.
Hey Dana.
Just another broke bum trying to sell some shit. That's it. He's broke and he's desperate. And he's trying to make it like, McGregor's this, McGregor's that. We've heard it all before. He's just another broke bum that can't afford to pay his fucking bills. So that's all that is.
Hey Dana, first of all, thank you for bringing it to New York. I'm a New York native. Thank you to bringing the UFC to New York.
Thank you, sir.
This question's for Conor, part of WFN, CBS Sports Radio. Conor, you've been known to make predictions. You're known as Mystic Mac. What's your prediction for UFC 205?
Like I said, he's chinny. He has a chin. He gets cracked, he gets dropped. It's happened throughout his career. He's a weathered fighter. He's on his way out. He's very, very lucky to be in the position he's in. One round it will take me to knock him out.
And Conor, follow. Ariel hinted at it about the foot. And Eddie's known as a cardio freak. Are you worried about the not being able to cycle on the
yes,
foot?
he is.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, he is.
In 4 months, I overcame a triathlete. I outlasted a triathlete with 30 pounds on me and whooped his ass. This guy's a balloon. He ain't no cardio machine. What are you talking about? He's blown up. One clinch and he's gassing for air as well.
He spent $300,000 on that last camp and gassed out 8
And
minutes
made
in.
$25,000.
$300,000. And gassed out 8 minutes in.
Cool, thanks, man. And one question for Cowboy, and I guess. Here you are on a days again, listening to Conor talk, man. I could see you back there, just wondering what this experience was like for you.
Oh man, this is New York City, man. This is Square Garden, man. I'm so pumped to be here. But listening to this Joker talk, we all just sit back here and laugh. So it is what it is.
Another broke, jealous, bitter fighter. The game seems to be full of them. I've got nothing but love for everybody up here. You know what I'm saying? It's just bitterness and hate and negativity towards me because of what I'm doing, because of what I'm making. That's all that is.
Gabe Winisian from the Daily Ramen. I have a question for Eddie Alvarez. In an interview with CBS in August, you said that Conor McGregor was not a good fighter and, quote, that he ain't shit. You're going into this fight now. Do you still maintain those strong feelings going into this fight?
When I mention fighter, you guys are thinking about technique. I'm not thinking about technique. I'm thinking, when I say fighter, I'm talking about how you deal with adversity, how you deal with being in a bad situation. He deals terribly with being in bad situations and don't come back.
Now, Eddie Alvarez, obviously this is going to be a huge fight for you. However, is this the same strategy you're going to use that you used against Anthony Pettis? Grind it out, get him against the cage, take him down?
No, definitely not. I'm with Mark Henry now, and since I've been with Mark Henry, I've been growing a bunch. Fuck John Kavanaugh.
Fuck that pad man.
Hey, you got two jiu-jitsu coaches. Two jiu-jitsu coaches. Why you got two jiu-jitsu coaches? Anyway, come November 12th, you guys will see. There is no Santa Claus. He don't exist.
Now, Conor, one question for you. The only weakness we've seen in your arsenal was your wrestling against Chad Mendes. Have you improved that
go? How did that fight go again?
That's the only weakness we've seen. That's the only weakness we've seen in your career.
Last time I checked, he was unconscious. What are you talking about? He's gonna be shooting for his life. But it's a long 25 minutes in there. I can hit you from anywhere. And that's what's gonna happen to him. He's gonna be shooting, panicking, I'm gonna be hitting him from everywhere. Sooner or later, he's gonna fall. One of those elbows, one of those shots are gonna dig into that soft, sweet spot into the temple, and that's all she wrote. Two-weight world champion, UFC history, New York, the Irish are back.
This question's for Dana, Scott Fontana with AM New York. Dana, what is the plan for if Conor wins the belt? What's gonna happen with the featherweight belt?
We'll figure that out when it happens.
What would you say to that, Conor?
Sorry, what did you say again?
If you win both belts, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna defend both belts?
They're gonna have to gather an army to try and take one of them off me, and that's how straight. One's gonna be there, one's gonna be there. I'm gonna be picking and choosing who I want to destroy next, and that's it.
Would you fight Aldo again?
Let's see what happens with Aldo. I mean, it's hard to even think of Aldo. I KO'd him in 13 seconds. I traveled around the world with him. He pulled out on 2 weeks' notice. If Frankie was good enough and he had came through that last one, it would have me and Frankie for the featherweight belt here. He just wasn't up to scratch. So I'm gonna let that featherweight division play out, see how it goes. But I'm the featherweight world champion. Now in November, I'm going to be the lightweight world champion, and I'm going to hold two of them consecutively.
Not a shot.
That's it.
Not a shot. You ain't got a shot. Beltless. You'll be beltless November 12th. You'll be beltless. Not a 45, not a 55. You'll have to give up the little boy belt, and you're not getting the big boy belt.
Conor, since you love talking about money, what's your expectation of what are you going to make for 205?
As in, my money or the pay-per-views, or what are you talking about? I feel by the time 2016 closes out, I'll be closing in on 40 million. This is a $40 million year for me. It's been a damn good year.
This is a question for Dana White. Dana, over the last 6 months, did you try and get Ronda Rousey to fight at 205?
What's the question? Have I been trying for the last 6 months?
Have you been trying to get Ronda Rousey to fight here?
No, Ronda was going to let me know when she was ready to fight again.
And hypothetically, if she did fight here, who'd be the main event? Conor or Rousey?
What's that?
Who'd be the main fight if she was fighting tonight? Conor McGregor or Rousey?
Sit down.
How you
Yes,
doing?
sir.
Anil Melwani from MMA.us and Caged Insider. Connor, take a look around you. You got a lot of champions, a lot of grizzled vets. Who do you think would give you the hardest fight out of anybody on stage?
Right here. Right here, the hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er, right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. They're not, who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? You know damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that? Oh my God. I don't know, when I take that guy's belt. Leprechaun. Oh, good one. When I take that guy's belt, I'm looking around, I don't know what anyone else has for me around here. I might have to jump up and fucking drag Floyd Mayweather out bed and see what the fuck he's at again.
This question is for Eddie Alvarez. You've been mentioning that Conor McGregor is not a championship fighter. He only has 2 to 3 rounds. Yet in your professional career, you've only went to the 5th round twice and lost one of them. What the fuck are you talking about, motherfucker? The fuck are you talking about? That's the champ! That's the champ! That's the fucking champ right there! Fuck you, man!
Hey, what's your question?
Yeah, he has a soon to tell
What's
you
your
everything
question?
coming with that. I love it. I love it.
My question was clearly, you've only been to the 5th round twice in your professional career and lost one of them. You're complaining that he has no gas.
His question is, why you talking shit? That's his question. Why the fuck you up there talking shit? Say it like it is, you're blessed. You're blessed that I chose you. You're blessed that I chose to whoop your ass next. Say it like it fucking is.
You were the easiest opponent that made the most money. That's the truth.
Don't prove it.
You were my easiest opponent that made the most money.
It's a mental song.
Awesome. Grab it.
Yeah, grab it now.
Face forward.
He hasn't won a whole lap belt all trip. He wants it away from him.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, England. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, down. You haven't wanted to hold it. Translate that a minute, please. Look, your hands are straight back. Take it away. Okay.
Thank you guys very much. We appreciate
Like I said before, and I've said many times, it's not the same when you sign to fight me. There's a whole other ball game. It's a completely different pressure bubble you're under.
What can they say now?
You know, there's always something. In the fight business, questions and options. I'm happy that there's both. The division needs me. I don't need the division.
Said if you want that lightweight title fight, if you go up, you could have it.
Sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it.
El Dos Anjos will take on Conor McGregor, who has the featherweight interim title, will face Jose Aldo, the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. The only champion we've ever had at 145 pounds.
Who's done what I have done in the space I have done it? He will know.
The biggest fight in the history of the UFC.
You can't be from where I'm from and not be able to defend yourself. So that was the original reason I got into it. Not for titles, not for recognition, not for money. It's not so much about wanting to fight. It's about I have to fight. It's always been like that. I couldn't just not fight. If I don't fight, then I get walked on.
Yeah? All right, let's do this. You forgot the belt. You forgot your belt. You forgot your belt. You forgot your belt. It's a mental sign. It's a mental sign.
Nobody. It's like in the jungle. One king gets old. He starts getting sloppy, he starts stagnating. Then a young gorilla comes up and kills him and takes everything he owns. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk.
Qualquer que vir querer roubar qualquer coisa minha, eu nunca vou deixar.
Wakes up and I raise his head for the Vegas crowd.